Hello, y'all. This is the homework assignment for lesson number 4 in Paul McWhorter's new and improved Arduino series. This series of homework assignment videos are trying to be tailored toward the beginner, using only what principles and techniques and material has been gone over or covered thus far in the tutorial lessons. Um, Hopefully it'll help instead of looking up and finding complex code that overwhelms you on Google to try to figure out how to do what you're trying to do. uh, uh, we're trying to keep it to where it's only the material that he's already covered, so you can follow along and see homework examples of what they're trying to accomplish, and then use that to learn and progress your learning. So the homework assignment for this lesson was to take a red, a green, and a blue LED and implementing integers and variables this lesson instead of writing constants down in the code. So we'll declare all our variables first, and we'll go through the setup and into the void loop for the code. But take a red, green, and a blue LED, blink the red LED 5 times fast, the green LED 10 times slow, and the blue LED 15 times really slow. And so we still have our board set up from the last lesson, lesson 3, where we set up to make them blank a different number of times. So I won't go over to the circuit part of it, setting that up again. If you're wondering how to set that up, check Paul McWhorter's video. The link will be in the description, or you can look at the last lesson 3 in this playlist for the Arduino lessons. And so we'll switch over to this screen, and there's our circuit. We have our red, green, and blue LED hooked up to pins 2, 3, and 4 respectively. Red is on 2, green is on 3, blue is on 4. And so we need to write the code to make the red LED blank 5 times fast, the green LED blink 10 times slow, and then we'll have the blue LED blink 15 times really slow. So let's set our integers up first and our variables. So first we're going to need what pins we're using. Let's do an int, and we'll do red LED equals, and that is on pin 2. Oh, I hit enter instead of my semicolon. Now we can hit enter. And then we'll have our green LED is pin 3. And our blue LED is going to be pin 4. So now we have our pins set up in the variables. Now we need to set up the delays that we're going to use. We got red LED fast, green LED slow, and the blue LED really slow. And I see I forgot an E in green. So let's set up the delay for the red LED. Let's call that, we'll call it, we'll just do it slow or fast. Now let's do red blank. Red blank is equal to, and with fast we'll do it, let's do it 250 milliseconds. So let's do our green. blink, we will set that to 500 milliseconds. And then let's do our blue blink, and we'll make that 1,000 milliseconds, or 1 second. So we have our LED pin set up, or variables declared for that. Our blink times. Now let's go into setup. We got to do our pin modes. Pin mode, and for red LED, that is an output. And another pin mode for our green LED. That is also an output. And a pin mode for our blue LED. Alright, now we have our pin mode set up. And that's using, so we don't have to, we already declared what pin number up here in the top in our variables is equivalent to the red LED, green, blue. And that way we can just do, we have those there. So if we ever want to change, say we want 4, 3, and 2, we could just change it once up here. Same with our delay times. That's why we use variables and not constants down in the loop. All right, so first we'll double check and make sure our circuit's working before we start writing our code. You know, we know it is from last lesson, but we'll do it just to double check. It's a good habit to get into before you get too far in your code and then have to go through a whole lot more to figure out where you messed up. So let's do a digital write, and then we'll do, that is red LED, and we're going to make that high to turn it on. I'll just turn all 3 of them on so we know where we're at. Make sure everything's working. And that is green LED. Make that high to turn it on. Let's see. And our blue LED, high to turn it on. Alright, now we should, if everything's hooked up right, all 3 LEDs should turn on. Alright, let's hold our breath. And all 3 of them turned on. Good. So we know that our circuit's working. Now we can go to the rest of the code. Alright, let's, right now we'll, since we're doing the red first, we're going to get rid of these. Now we need our delay to make it blink. Delay, and we're going to have our red blink, and then digital write, we need to turn it back off. Red LED low, don't forget your colons. Delay, and then we'll do that as a red blink, not red LED. Red blink. There. All right, now let's try that and make sure it's going to blink. The other 2 should go off, and the red should just blink. There we go. We got that working. So now we can do some copy and pasting. We need to make this go, the red one 5 times fast. So Control C. And let's add an extra space. And actually I want to, before I do all that, I need to I want to decrease the font size so we can see a little bit more. I was trying to make it a little easier for the show up in the video. If I need to later, I'll change it back, but that way we can see a little bit more in there. So we need to do this 5 times. So paste the space. There's 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. All right, so that's going to blink that. Now let's do a double space, and we'll paste that in there. But now we need to change it for the green on everything. Green, 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 green. All right. Now let's make sure that works before we go on and code more. It's always a good idea to check your code as you go. Instead of writing 100 and something lines of code and then having to go back through and fix it, kind of check it as you go as you're able. So we got our 5 blanks and then 1 blank that's a little longer for the green. So we're good there. So now we'll go and copy that. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's make sure we got our numbers right there. Let's upload that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to red. All right, good deal. So let's do 2 spaces there to give us a little differentiation between the colors. We'll paste that on, and now we need to change this to blue. Everything to blue here. And 1 more to blue. All right, now let's test that. Make sure we didn't mistype anything before we copy and paste and have to change all of it. We got our red blanks, our green blanks, and we got a blue blank. And that's longer yet. Good deal. Now we can copy this. And then there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It should be good. Let's upload it to the Arduino and we'll count them. 2, 3, 4, 5 reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and back to red. Good. There we have it. We have our red blinking 5 times fast. The green LED blinks 10 times slow. And the blue LED blinks 15 times really slow. And that is how you do the the homework based on everything that's been discussed so far in the lessons. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next homework assignment. And bye for now, y'all.